Hello, my name is Herman. I am 23 years old. I'm a person with CP, cerebral palsy. I am from Brazil, Rio Grande do Sul. I've always been able to communicate through my eyes, using gestures, or even pointing out to my parents what I wanted. Also, when I listen to music, the lyrics describe what I feel or want to say. At school, I would point with my eyes between the alternatives to say which one was right or wrong. "11 years ago, I saw on the local news on my TV, a report about the actor that played Spider-Man in the movies had an accident and started using an automated computer. He used a computer controlled by his eyes. I've imagined I could have one too. So, my mother got me a consult on the city capital of my state. She and my teachers thought that I could have an adapted keyboard. But, when I got there, I showed that I wanted a computer that worked with the blink of my eyes. My mother couldn't believe I was asking that, and thank God, they write it down what I asked. 2 years later, we had our first assisted visit, and through the public defender I got the computer. At the end of 2012, I started using the computer at home and in the school. In 2013 I changed school. Finally I had a computer that I could use by myself. In my vacation I discovered a lot of games and a lot of other stuff that I could do by myself on the computer, always with the support of my classmates. When L started using alternative communication on this adapted computer, more and more people started to believe in me and in everything I could ever be. I started doing my communication boards and my school homework by myself. L used this computer for 7 years, and it was always a challenge to have the school material adapted for me in the school. As the time passed it got better, but I missed using the computer a lot, because it was always so little for me to do. When I arrived at IFSAL, my activities increased, but then my computer was the problem. It had to go several times to support. It took long to turn it on. It had to be calibrated every time I was going to use it. The I-axis did not work all the time, and in the technical disciplines, such as algorithms, it was the biggest drama ever. I sweated a lot typing the codes. When I had a presentation, I couldn't project the screen. But despite all the difficulties, I graduated in January of this year. With so many problems on this computer, 3 years ago we filed a request to change it. Now with the new system, everything is so much easier. I have a notebook and it stays on all day. I don't need to calibrate all the time. I can use it when I want to listen to music, project it on my television, and the best of all, it's wireless. I'm still discovering a lot of new things. After all, I received this new system just over 2 months ago. It was 3 years of waiting. I'm loving the new possibilities, and I want to continue studying when the pandemic ends. There were many achievements in these 9 years that I used the adapted computer with I-axis and alternative communication. I traveled to many places. There were several projects awarded at IFSAL. among so many other achievements we made with my teachers and colleagues, but I would like to highlight too, the Rurman Law, with Beige being the first city in the country to establish October as the month alluding to alternative communication. This law was also nationalized and the communication software created by the students of the technical course in information technology gained prominence in Rio Grande do Sul. Today I don't have someone to help me develop my activities. My mother is helping me and the only help I get is the remote assistance from the company that provided me with the computer. About the new system, what is still not good enough is that I want to access to more games, because so far I have only been able to access the simplest. I want to have functions available where I can the game I like the most. Don't have much contact with other alternative communication users. We've done some live streaming together but we don't keep in touch. I wonder if anyone has access to games. I really appreciate the invitation to be at this event. It's a great opportunity to be here, even if virtually. Well, maybe, in person I couldn't participate. I do leave the link to my social networks here. Big hugs to you all.